I use a touch of hyperbole. Of course, running backs don't grow on trees. But to me, you don't. To me, if you have a really good quarterback, you don't need an elite running back. Like, Evan said something to me during the break that I kind of believe. If the 49ers had a really good quarterback, I don't know if they ever would have traded for McCaffrey.
But wow.
What?
Because what if you go up against a stellar defense that's as good as your passing game?
I'd rather have a great quarterback.
You want to put stress on the defensive coordinator and oh my God, Barry Sanders. Here comes Roger. Like, that will never go out of style, Steiny.
20 years ago.
But you're saying, I'm just going to your point about if you have a good quarterback, forget the tight end. A quarterback's best friend is a running back, a damn good running back.
You can't pay everybody. And the way the league's going, the running back position, these guys have become more replaceable.
If I'm the New York Football Giants, Daniel Jones would have been on a damn the what am I talking about?
I have no idea. What, milk poster?
No.
Milk carton?
The 1 year. Come on.
Franchise tag.
Franchise tag. And Barkley would have got his chicken. They did it the other way around, and now my boy may hold out.
Why did they do it?
I'm asking.
Because quarterback is significantly more important than running back.
Now, I'm not going to sit there and fight you on that.
There's nothing to fight.
But do you understand the fight that I'm bringing up, that it's sad that the running backs are going through what they're going through right now?
It's sad.
And you mentioned the cap and all that.
Sure, it's sad.
Our guy Willard texted us. He don't agree with me. He said 145, but he's liking the show thus far. Shout out Willard. That's teammates. But Steiny, don't tell me.
Do you want to do a show on what makes us sad about sports?
No.
But
don't sit on the hill that says, hey, guys. Hey, I'm at the time. It's running BA D2, Pops was D3, Pops was D2. If you got a good quarterback, you don't need a good running back.
D3.
No.
Well, first of all, good is you don't need an elite running back. I don't think.
Look at our guy.
Look, it's been hasn't it been proven that this way, as harsh as it is, it's the way to go.
Look at Chubb in Cleveland, Steiny. He's a big part of what they're trying to do. Now, some are going to say,
what are they?
I got you. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, come on, man. Those guys are going to get paid. They're going to get re-upped.
No, they're not. That's the point. Because you can find somebody to replace them. Because running backs get old in a hurry, too. That's the other problem. Sean's in Oakland. Hey, Sean, how you doing, man?
Doing well.
Thanks for calling.
I think it's no problem. I think it's a supply and demand thing. I think it's a huge supply of running backs coming through college, these young 21, 22-year-olds. And the demand is low to pay a running back over a certain amount of money. Compared to like quarterback, there's a huge demand just to find an average quarterback, but the supply is so low. So, teams are willing to dish out $40, $50 million a year for these quarterbacks.
Yep.
And also, McCaffrey, he's a great running back, but prior to last year, he played like 6 games in 2 years. Well, he wasn't living up to that money.
Yeah,
those are facts.
Thanks a lot, Sean. Appreciate it. The other thing is they get hurt too much. Why would you pay a guy? Why would you pay a lot for the position that gets hurt a ton?
Yeah, but we could bring up Derrick Henry's numbers. He ain't missed.
But you're using you're picking the great ones. I'm not
Dalvin
taking anything.
Cook is not great. He's a damn good running back, and he's on the open market.
Why?
Because now they devalued the position.
Who's they?
The NFL.
Okay. Well, it's called a cycle. Sports go through cycles. Somebody told me the other day, Steiny, the game of basketball's passed you by.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah. And I was like,
your response?
Okay. I think I said F you.
And how would it have passed you by?
Like, the game that I am familiar with is not the game that's played today.
Well, that's across the board for everybody.
Right. So deal with it, Goo. Deal with it.
It still don't make it right. My point is,
wants to go back.
What NBA position is not getting their chicken that they deserve?
Center.
Aiton's
that's one guy again.
Well, there's not many good ones.
Thank you.
So this is about you're good, and you're all of a sudden you're not getting that second contract. Look at our guy Antioch's own Harris in Pittsburgh.
Hey, Goo, what do you want?
I want the respect to come back on the position, and the respect is the Benjamins. That's what I want. And you're going to tell me Derrick Henry's not up there? Is he McCaffrey? No, but he's in that category, and they need to start getting paid like back in the day.
You know
they
what,
were
Goo?
getting paid. It's one of the most Steiny, talent-wise, you got to be a baller to be a all-pro running back. That's all of a sudden don't matter, huh? Ernie Chavez, Goo, all you got to do is get 4 yards.
Thank you.
I know math, but at the end of the day, if you're quarterback, you're going up a good defense. There's nothing like having that ground game and being able to McCaffrey on line one. That's all.
The 49ers have had the best running game in football for the past 5 years, essentially, and they've never had the same running back twice who led the team. So the 49ers are a great rushing team. They were a great rushing team before McCaffrey got here.
By committee, and
that's fine.
So what's the difference? I'm about to tell you, your heart got broken because every one of them got hurt,
right.
and we don't know why.
And Christian McCaffrey
What if that were Derrick Henry? What if they had Derrick Henry running in the Niners system?
They wouldn't have won.
What if they had Steiny
Guru?
The bottom line is McCaffrey coming to the 49ers, I win. Goo for the win.
Well, I don't know what that means.
The running back has changed everything for the Niners.
The 49ers went out and got McCaffrey because their quarterback situation wasn't very stable. And they needed a guy to swing the ball out to.
Everything you just mentioned about their offense,
Guru, strategy-wise, you want to pay a running back? I mean, honestly, you're stupid now in the NFL. Very few teams are doing it that way because they found that if you have multiple running backs and you're not paying them big money, that way to go is more reliable and more structurally and financially sound than paying one guy $15 million who, what if he gets hurt?
Well,
which we know they always do.
So explain to me the mindset that the Niners shown when they went and got McCaffrey.
I just told you.
McCaffrey's not cheap, Steiny.
I just told you. They wouldn't have gotten McCaffrey if they felt great about their quarterback situation. But they needed a guy who could catch out of the backfield because they don't have quarterbacks who can throw downfield.
Yeah, but that's still unfair. You're saying they brought so it's unfair to running backs again because now the Niners went to get the great running back because the quarterback wasn't up to par.
What's unfair in sports, we can talk about that. No. But the strategy is sound that's being used by the teams. That's been proven. Chris, San Jose. Take those glasses off. You might be more convincing.
Go ahead, Chris.
Put your glasses down.
Don't do that. We'll be off the air too much.
That was too much. Hey, go ahead, Chris.
So, with McCaffrey, the running back position lost its respect when they stopped giving the ball to them at the goal line. We'll bring it back to the Seattles with Marshawn Lynch, right?
That was a bad decision.
You're at the 3. And what about Frank Gore when he busted off that run against, I think, the Saints, and they didn't even give it to him at the goal line right there, too.
That was the Super Bowl.
I think one thing is, it's like Steiny said, they paid McCaffrey because of the quarterback situation. But, Goo, the quarterback situation is, horrible. But that running back is a quarterback's best friend. So if you want to take off all the pressure, you give it to the running back. And if you want to say that their running back committee was good, before even McCaffrey got there, they were running 2-3 running backs before. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me just throw this to you. I'm watching a Raider game. Forget their record. Josh Jacobs is everything. He can catch it, he can run it, and they put him on the franchise. Is that for Steiny? Okay, it goes back to what you said.
Yes, it's fair.
No, but
under
you're
the rules of the game, it's fair. I'm gonna pick that side right now.
That's
under the rules that are currently employed in the NBA. It's fair. It's fair. Okay, Steiny. If Shanahan can plug and play, why did the Niners? First of all, Christian McCaffrey is a great running back.
Right.
He's great.
Yeah. So was Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's on the franchise.
Right. And McCaffrey got paid. But what I'm saying is, I think the 49ers got McCaffrey because of their shortcomings at quarterback. I think if they had a quarterback that they loved and they thought was a franchise quarterback, obviously, if the 49ers had a franchise, could the 49ers even afford McCaffrey if their quarterback were making any money?
Okay, I see where you're going, but the bottom line is bigger than the Niners. You say, Goo, it's the way the NFL is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not fair. That's just what it is. But to the guys themselves that play that position, this is. Oh my God!
I don't think it's fair.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
it's
building
fair.
a team. I want a stellar running back of like McCaffrey. I would hope to get one.
I'm a radio.
All right.
I'm a radio host, and I'm so mad.
Jonathan Taylor.
I'm so mad
That's
that
what I
Dalvin
want.
Ham won't make $10 million. I feel so sorry.
Joe Mixon.
What about
those guys run, man? I'm building my team with guys that the running back position has not changed for
you'll overpay a running back.
No, stop. See,
you would.
You're incredible.
You would. Scotty's in Hayward.
We can switch it.
No, we don't need to switch it. Hey, Rod. Hey, Scott. Hey,
Scotty.
we do what listeners have input.
Yeah.
Here.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, Guru, I'm sorry, man. You are way in the Wayback Machine on this one. The modern NFL is all about that committee, and the Niners ran a committee before they got McCaffrey. I'm convinced they got him, as Steiny said, because they didn't have a great quarterback. They didn't just get a great running back; they brought in a great player, because that's what they needed to get a push, was another great player. I mean, look at Kansas City. They just won a Super Bowl with a 7th-round running back in Pacheco. And guess what? A 30-something-year-old Methuselah and Jerick McKinnon as the receiving back, and they just drafted.
Okay, no. My question about
The only thing missing
Pacheco
there
is
was the exclamation point.
No, is shame on everybody
Great
else
call.
in their scouting department.
Great
What if
call,
Pacheco
Scott.
ends up being a baller, Steiny? We don't know if the Chiefs are going to say night.
No, if he's a baller, they will say night.
See,
That's the point.
Yeah. And I don't like
You know
it.
why?
I don't like it.
You know why? Because when Pacheco, is that his name?
Yeah.
Pacheco?
Pacheco.
Pachenko.
Yeah.
The 7th rounder, they'll go get another guy in the 7th round who'll be almost as good.
Well, you'll
maybe
hope.
even better
You'll hope.
because that guy will have worn down for 4 years. Actually, I'm starting to like this template. I like it.
But you're a guy from Reading, PA that when a guy or gal does something, it's time for them to get paid.
One of the greatest
break
running
them
backs
off.
in the history of Syracuse. Played with Jim Brown. I know running backs. That's Reading, Pennsylvania's finest. He's gutless. Lenny Moore played in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
And you know what?
What?
He carried a lot. But you know what? That was 1959.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying, Goo.
I just read the list.
Hey, Goo, I
just
would
because
love...
you can do something,
Goo.
Steiny, where'd I learn that from?
Goo.
Doesn't mean you have to. I know
Goo,
you
let's
as a
talk
man
about-
in your character.
Talk about the 70s.
But you've already gave me the win in the sense that, Goo, I ain't
no
telling you
win.
it's right.
Got
It's
no
just
win.
how they're doing it. Quit crying.
Yes, quit
But
crying.
if you were at the cafeteria and Dalvin Cook was right next to you, I believe you'd
I got to
say,
say
Dalvin,
this,
you're
510.
getting screwed.
I got to read you a text.
Yeah.
Damn it, Guru. Dalvin Cook is available because no one wants a guy that hit his girlfriend. That's Miko in Richmond. Dalvin Cook's got some issues.
Oh, I got nothing for you there.
Yeah,
but
so
I
use
can bring
somebody
up a
else,
running back in
please.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Careful there, too.
No, I got a daughter.
That's true, but that's also not why they got rid of him.
Yeah, my whole but Evan, help me out. Evan, you get what I'm saying. Steiny gets it, but I just hate that you're okay with it.
No, I love it. I love it. I love guys.
So for a
who don't get
sector of
paid as
men
much
that
as they're
risk their
worth,
neck and chest and
I have
CTE.
something in common with running backs.
Oh.
We're both devalued.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
so that's why I like it. When I see other people devalued, like I'm devalued, I have something in common with them, and I tend to support that, that style. So
I know who you really are, but I get it.
you don't know Matt Steinmetz.
I do. I know Steiny.
Yeah. I'll tell you what you don't know, apparently, is modern day football.
My point is I'm going Aikman. I don't like any of it.
Well, you shouldn't have liked it years ago.
Man.
We saw this coming.
Josh Jacobs, that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's come on, man. That dude is everything.
Raiders, man. How many games did they win?
Oh, blame it on Josh. He did everything I could.
Oh, really?
I don't like any
So, in
of
other
it,
words, he did everything he could, and he still couldn't elevate a team a little bit.
It's nuanced.
What was the Raiders' record last year?
It's nuanced. Steiny, they blew every close game.
Can you answer the question or not? What was the Raiders?
It was doo-doo.
I don't care. 6-11? 6-11.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Like 7 and 9. I
Okay.
think.
Well, that's
they
not
played
what their
17,
record was, no
yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
Let's say it was 7-10.
Your point.
My point is, the Raiders were 7-10 with Josh Jacobs. Let's say they had Elijah Mitchell. They'd be 6-11.
Oh,
6-11.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they'd have been 5-12. 5-12.
You are so wrong, mister.
No, I'm not.
They would have.
I'm not wrong.
They would have been
because
blown out
NFL
eight more games without Jacobs. Quit blaming a guy that's doing his job for what the group is not doing. That's all. Did they have a great quarterback last year?
Yeah, Derek Carr.
Yeah, stop.
You know.
I just wish. I just hate when people get screwed over.
Oh, you don't give a damn about me.
That's
How about that? I wish your gripe today would have been like,
Evan, what do I do with that?
How can you be the radio host of the year and get paid what Steinmetz's get paid?
Boy,
I've been franchise tagged 6 years in a row.
Who nominated you that?